It's a pleasure to have you here and to talk with us about how to make faster and better internet access in rural areas. If we want annual investments, rural regions should always be one of the focus of large telecommunication companies. This is of strategic importance. Why? Because internet will be as important as basic water or electricity supply. For our economic development, we need good internet connection. Our companies cannot afford a disadvantage purely due to their location and internet connection. This is a fact.
And when I look into the rural issue, which you were stressing so much, from the nice average of 80% of European households having access to fixed internet, we're down to under 50% having access, not subscription, having just the technical possibility to access NGA networks for households in rural areas.
The broadband is not there everywhere, and that we have to find perhaps a solution in between. And therefore I'm quite happy to welcome perhaps a solution and those who invented that solution. The solution has the name multi-path TCP.
What we can do here with MPTCP is actually look at every packet independently and decide whether or not it fits better in the wireline connection or in the wireless connection. And one of the big benefits is that if you have a big video file and you have a 3 megabit DSL and your video is, let's say, 10 megabit, you can still use to the full potential this 3 megabit and then send the excess traffic that you need for the video over LTE.
If I start by, it's again the same graph as shown by Katja. Today, there are still more than 50% of people in rural area who do not have access to what is called NGA, Next Generation Access. That's the term used by the EU to say a minimum of 30 megabits per second, which is the speed which is seen as good enough to have a decent experience. So we really see that operators have a set of technologies that they are using to increase the internet experience. So they will continue to deploy fiber, no doubt, but they will probably deploy fiber in the first place in those highly dense areas, like the urban areas. They will also probably deploy other technologies called something like gigafast or VDSL plus and so on in suburban areas. But then for the rural areas, unfortunately, today it's only ADSL, and that's really where a hybrid comes into play. We will combine DSL and 4G to bring the people to the speed they need. Actually, there are already quite a few operators in Europe who have deployed hybrid. I mean, we count something like 10 of them. And we see that there are operators like KPN in the Netherlands. We are on the left side, so already with a very good NGA coverage, they have deployed a hybrid. And then on the other extreme, we also have Finland, who have also decided to deploy hybrid. So for us, the key point is that we believe that this approach could also be adopted by all the countries, all the operators in the countries between the two extremes. So just to illustrate what we do at TSRS, we're a small company based in Wallonia, but we already have 4 customers. We have Proximus here in Belgium. Proximus was also instrumental in, let's say, the definition and the design of our solution. Then we have KPN in the Netherlands, we have Telia in Lithuania and Telia in Finland. On top of that, there are some other countries in Europe, 3 other countries, also with ongoing pilot phases. And we have also 1 pilot phase in North America. What we can do with our solution, we can deploy that on a variety of routers that you have at your place. What is really, really interesting to see is that the number of users, end users, citizens who are benefiting from the solution is increasing really a lot. The inflection point that you see happened in September. So until September, what we were doing with our customers were large-scale field trials. So they were rolling this out with maybe 1 village or several villages. And since September, we really see an uptake, an adoption of the technologies by those 4 customers.